At 10, Wisconsin's controversial voter ID law has been ruled constitutional by a state appeals court. The law requiring voters to show a photo ID at the polls passed 2 years ago, but the fight still remains before it can go into effect. NBC 26's Jonathan Gregg is live at 10 with more.
Stacy, there has been so much back and forth on this law. Some Republicans see it as a way to prevent voter fraud, but opponents claim the requirements are unfair to the underprivileged who often vote Democratic.
You would be hard-pressed to find anyone at the state capitol who thought the voter ID law would slip into the books quietly. The governor certainly expected pushback, but ultimately,
I think, overwhelmingly voters in this state have said that they want some reasonable form of voter ID.
Today is a victory for supporters of stricter voting requirements, but the fight is not over.
The decision that was made today does not completely resolve the constitutionality of the law.
Arneth says voter fraud is not a problem in Wisconsin, and therefore an ID law is unnecessary.
There just has not been any, plus there are rules in place in case any voter fraud is found.
We've said all along we thought that ultimately the law that was passed, that I signed the law, would go into effect.
2 other lawsuits aimed at halting the law are pending.
A Greendale state Republican is pushing a new bill that would exempt poor people from showing an ID at the polls last November. Minnesota voters denied a similar voter ID law. Jonathan Gregg, NBC 26.